Welcome back to Network Africa. It's official. The AU passport is now in use. Well, that's what we understand, especially after Rwanda's President Paul Kagame showed off the first stamp on his passport. It was Chad's, where he attended the inauguration of President Idris Deby's new government. Today, actually his fifth. It's becoming a trend, though. Presidents of Nigeria and Uganda have also shared updates of their travel plans. And this passport was launched during the 27th African Union Summit in Kigali, Rwanda. The idea of a visa-free passport for members of the AU was first established in 2013 as part of the 2063 agenda, which incorporates 7 major goals to help promote self-reliance continent. So the idea of a visa-free passport for members of the AU is to guarantee integration and political unity in Africa, and the passport is supposed to help achieve this goal. Former Nigerian Consul General to the United States, Ambassador Joe Keshi, joins us now to talk about this. Ambassador, thank you for waiting and for your patience. What do you make of Africa having a universal passport?
I think it's a good idea if we can pull it through. You see that the one we have in West Africa, the ECOWAS passport, to some extent has been relatively successful. So if we can pull this through really, which is a challenge I think we have, I think it will be very good because it will encourage the free movement of persons and goods, and would definitely enhance business in the continent.
Is this something that everyone should have? I mean, ensuring visa-free travel to 54 African states now. I know that this was a vision that African leaders had way back. Is it better late than never for us that we're beginning to realize unity after so long?
No. Well, look, it's never late than, it's really never late whenever it's introduced. But the biggest challenge, you recall that the conversation about having an African passport has been on for quite a while. You know, you'd also remember that it was launched under the presidency of the last chairperson. The last chairperson, Conte, I think, and now it has again been relaunched in Kigali, and it's been given to heads of states. I believe AU officials are using it, and so the next challenge is to make it global. In other words, to ensure that African countries under their respective authorities are empowered. There's an agreement, and they're empowered to issue these passports, and that it's accepted globally as a passport, for African persons traveling around the world. So it's really never too late. But the greatest challenge is making it not acceptable, but publicizing it and encouraging each state to issue the passport to its citizens, and that it's accepted globally as a traveling document. I think once that is done, we'll be able to travel freely across the continent. But my fear is that I think that some countries will really have a big challenge, agreeing to allowing such a passport to exist. I mean, I can imagine 1 or 2 countries, when they are debating this, saying to themselves, look, if we sign on to this document, a number of African, citizens are just going to empty themselves into our country. So we need to be very careful. This is where the challenge lies. And I sincerely hope that it can be worked out as time goes on.
Ambassador Joe Keshi, thank you so much for joining us on Network Africa. Let's check in now on Team Nigeria in Rio. Earlier today, the Dream Team 6 won the match 1-0 against Sweden. It's the team's second win at the Olympics in Rio. Meanwhile, the Tigers, that's the Nigerian basketball team, lost against Argentina also earlier today. In table tennis, Aruna Kadri won against Chi Wan Chuang of China, raising hope that almost crashed when Segun Toriola lost to Niwa Koki of Japan. Let's get more now from Channel Television sports correspondent Cecilia Omoregbe. Cecilia, thanks for joining us on the program. Team Nigeria had a few challenges before getting to Rio, and are they doing their best despite all they've been through?
Yeah, I think so, because, you know, we didn't expect so much from the team going, with all the federation president complaining that, look, if we don't get any medal, just know that the preparations was awful. And especially the drama, you know, they involved the Dream Team 6 and, of course, with the ministry and the NOC and NFF and everybody trading blames on who actually led to them being stranded in Atlanta. But at the end of the day, it's been a good one, because their opening game against Japan, it was a nice win for them, 5-4. And, of course, you mentioned earlier today, the match started 11 p.m. last night, ended at about past 1 early hours of the morning. They won that one against Sweden, and of course they are in the quarterfinals with a game to spare. We never expected that, especially playing against Japan, Sweden, and also their last game is going to be against Colombia. So it shows that the Dream Team, they are doing well. Now we understand, as a football team, they've done fantastically well. Now taking a look at the Tigers, they had the best of preparations. They didn't have most of the hitches that most other, you know, team actually had, because they had to play their own exhibition games. All the plans they had, they were able to execute it, except that some players that were supposed to join them couldn't join because of insurance issues with the NBA players and all that. But overall, it's a missed, so to speak, the Tigers losing their game against Argentina. But table tennis, I mean, that's the bright sport now. Aruna Kadri is in the 4th round of the singles event, and he's going to play his 4th round game tonight against a German. I mean, the guy is ranked 13th in the world. We know Aruna Kadri is ranked 40th in the world. So there's a huge gap already. Although the Chinese guy he defeated is ranked 7th. So it shows that Aruna Kadri is causing an upset. We'll just wait tonight at 9 p.m. to see if he's going to get, you know, a victory in its own. And also,
okay, yeah, I know you want to go on and on. I mean, you're really excited about Team Nigeria. We're also excited about them. I know expectations are also high, you know, for the team as they participate in a number of events in Rio. But speaking generally now, have there been any other surprises at Rio?
Yeah, I think I was surprised at Aruna Kadri's victory. I mean, when I checked the ranking, I mean, what the guy has achieved over time, I felt, okay, it's going to be difficult for him. But somehow, I mean, he pulled it off by 4 sets to love. I mean, he won all the sets. That's surprising for Aruna Kadri. I understand he's the best player in Africa right now. But then, against a player ranked so high, he was even seeded 5th in this tournament. So I think Aruna Kadri has been the surprise package of the tournament. Segun Toriola, of course, we expected something from him, but he lost out in the 2nd round. And the good thing is the International Table Tennis Federation will honor him in Rio for him to be able to achieve the feat of becoming the first African, you know, to have been to 7 Olympics, 7 Olympics events. So it's a huge one. And no surprise is I'm looking at the Dream Team also.
Yeah,
I mean, with the way they're going, I think they definitely will.
Well, all the best. We're keeping our fingers crossed. We're praying, we're lighting candles, everything we need to do, and hoping that the boys come back home with some medals. Thanks a lot, Cecilia. When we come back after the break on Network Africa, internet phone services restored in Ethiopia. But moving on from that, we take a look at what's going on in Juba as the U.S. proposes an approval of troops for the capital of South Sudan. You join us again.